Mataderos leads. Muscle Mountain's coming though. Here he comes. Over the top comes Muscle Mountain. In the end, Dobson colours getting away. And Muscle Mountain won it by 2.5 lengths. Muscle Mountain in the ordeal beats Mataderos.
Welcome back to Three the Pigs. Muscle Mountain, eh? Bloody hell, how good is that horse for a trotter? I'm really excited to see how he goes against Sunday Sun this year. But he's back. He's back from punting prison, I think. Is that where you've been? Punting prison? Liam is back on the plot.
Been in the hurt locker, mate. Yeah, been down a wee bit. So, I thought I'd take a few weeks off, get in the spelling paddock and, have a good hard look in the mirror and sort myself out. But I'm back and I'm looking forward to the spring racing. It's brought us some pretty tidy races already, and there's some lovely horses going around. But no, it's good to be back. Good to see you lads, and we've got Gaz here, the Gaz man.
I'm here, mate. I'm alive. I'm well, and lucky I'm in the hurt locker as well, mate. So, yeah, bloody oath.
Bloody good. Well, this is an awesome weekend of racing. Starting off on Friday night at Addington. That was a great night of racing. We'll talk on that soon. Obviously, Muscle Mountain, Ultra Wise Guy locking down a spot in the New Zealand Cup as well. We had on Saturday, we had the Tarzino Dark Destroyer. Look him up on Pornhub and you'll find him there under the BBC section, I believe, after that race.
It's taken all but nearly 2 minutes, and we're already into it. It's we're definitely not. We're not holding the PG rating, that's for sure. It's R18 about now. So yeah.
I swear I watched Dark Destroyer the other day. I mean, we'll skip that one. Addington Friday night, eh? How about that? How good was Addington on Friday night?
No doubt.
Yeah, no, it was phenomenal. It was really good, actually. Yeah, no, it was good to see those caliber horses floating around again. It gets you a bit excited. Not quite excited as you on the Saturday snap, but we'll see how we go. But no, it was good to see, and yeah, as you said, Muscle Mountain was phenomenal. Just a class act he is, because there was some fair tempo in that race, and he did well to come along there, and because Johnny Dunn had a good start on him around that bend. So no, it was good to see him run down, and then just a wonderful horse, really, isn't it? And it's going to be exciting to see him during Cup week.
Mataderos really had no kick there in second as they come home, but Muscle Mountain just impressive again. We saw it in the Flying Stakes. We saw it in everything leading up to Cup week last year. It's just come back even stronger by the look of it. They do a great job with this horse. Always shows up well. Some of the other horses in this race, like Mataderos, were kind of flat. Majestic Man was okay. It made up more ground than Mataderos, but it really didn't have too much. But still a pretty solid run.
Yeah, John Dunn, so he always puts those horses in the race. So Mataderos, you can't really fold him. He trooped it along pretty well, and he kept that tempo ticking along. So, Majestic Man was slightly flat, I suppose you could say. He did well to come home pretty nicely, but he has had some pretty big campaigns in Aussie, and he's been going all right over here since he's got back too. And I'm excited to see him tomorrow night at Addington.
Well, in saying what we've just said there, Majestic Man he was Three the Pigs coming for home there, and he has made up probably closer to 3 or 4 lengths on Mataderos there. So them two head to head, yes, Majestic Man has it. Mataderos was flat. It'd be awesome to see how they're coming forward into the free-for-all. I think that's going to be an awesome race on show day. Hopefully we get to see Sunday Sun do some domination like he did last year. That was crazy. Muscle Mountain again, hopefully in that race. Coming into Cup week this year, I think we're going to see a more rounded, sophisticated group of trotters coming through and being a bit more competitive.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because you'll see. Obviously, it's going to be trying to find a way to beat Sunday Sun again, isn't it? With this lot of trotters, Muscle Mountain, obviously Majestic Man's he's come on a wee bit since last year as well, so he'll be in the fight. But it's just going to be hard to beat Sunday Sun. Just looking at him, he's just phenomenal, and he's come back in good order. So yeah, no, it will be interesting, but it's going to be exactly just finding a way to beat Sunday Sun because he's your man in there,
mate. That was impressive last year. I don't think he'll get beaten again this year, probably, to be fair, if he's still in that good form as he was last year. But these horses, like Muscle Mountain and Sunday Sun, I want to see them have a massive battle in the free-for-all. I want to see head-to-head. Hopefully they can produce again. Any thoughts on the trotters, Harry?
Mate, I know absolutely fuck all about the trotters, mate. It's an educational podcast today for me, mate. I'm learning.
We talked about this before the show.
What's that?
We'll hit on that later. The other big race that was on last Friday night at Eddington was the New Brighton Cup, which secures the winner of this race a spot in the New Zealand Cup. So this race has big implications going forward. The winner of this race was Ultra Wise Guy, who won pretty impressively in the end over BD Joe, who has also finished very well. Other horses in the race include Laver, Classy Brigade's also in there, Smithy's Terror. What do we reckon about this one, Liam?
Yeah, no, it was a classy win, wasn't it? Yeah, just pulled away from them there, really, and then sort of won on the outside coming home, his stable-mate. But, yeah, no, there's some pretty classy horses in the race, some real cup contenders, and, just my old mate Laver, the old stalwart. No, he's been going good, but he'll be there or thereabouts. Just needs a bit more distance, I think, the old trooper. But, no, great race, but, yeah, well-deserved win and pretty impressive, really.
I think the more impressive run was probably BD Joe coming down the outside there in this race, really flying home and making up time on every horse in that race. If you look back at the times, he will be seconds in front of the rest coming for home. A really impressive run for him. If he was in a better track position, he probably could have taken this race out. I think we're also probably going to see a bit of a situation that we saw at almost this time last year, in that two horses like Classy Brigade and Henry Hubert last year, horses like Ultra Wise Guy and BD Joe are going to be those horses this year that are coming in early to their campaign and making their campaigns a little bit longer, but maybe don't see as much of a benefit coming up to cup time. They're a bit more worked for a little bit longer.
Yeah, you're gonna see that, like, because they got target races that they want, I suppose, over the cup, because it is the cup, isn't it? And you're going to see those top four contenders sort of thing around those really gun horses. And these guys, like, they're classy horses, but they're probably not quite there yet. And they got other targets that they probably want to hit. So, and that was probably what was shown on Friday night. They'll be happy with those sorts of wins and just keep racking them up and getting that stakes money. So, it's sad to see old Classy. He's out in the paddock now, but he had a hell of a career too. But we'll miss him Cup Day, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think the bigger Cup Day we're going to miss him for is the Kaikoura Cup Day. He absolutely dominant at Kaikoura. Three in a row, I think 4 in total for Classy Brigade. Won over $500,000 in stakes. For trotters, that's pretty fucking impressive. Classy Brigade have done him well there. Obviously, age has caught up with him. Last year, great campaign leading into the Cup. Fell a little bit short, but still awesome to see. So great career from Classy. And we'll hopefully... Is he gelding? That's where we look here.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure on that. All horses are the same sex to me. So
they're all Dark Destroyers.
Yeah. I'd be putting the Colts with the fillies. It'll be no good. We'd have foals running around the paddock everywhere, mate.
All right. Speaking of Dark Destroyer, we had the Tarzino Trophy over the weekend, raced up there over the Group 1 level. Imperatrice, Dark Destroyer, Demonetization, La Creek. This is a pretty awesome race to watch. Again, on another wet track up there in the north. Imperatrice leading as they come for home. Rose and Power on the inside. La Creek with the black armband and white cap there. Still 2 or 3 lengths off Imperatrice here. Really good battle between these two. But Dark Destroyer coming along the outside and takes this one out. Did anybody see this one coming?
Absolutely not. I definitely didn't. I was just happy the favourite lost.
It's good punting, Gaz. I like that. That's sort of a bit of a Gaz actually. I hate with the $1.70 shots with it. It's but no, classy horse, old Dark Destroyer. You can't doubt its ability, that's for sure. And after that race, it just showed it. So definitely, it was a little bit of surprise, but there was a lot of hype around Imperatrice, and the track conditions probably didn't help him. So it was quite an interesting race, and it was an unreal finish too. So no, hats off to Dark Destroyer. Just a lovely race and well timed and good ride, really. Just I don't know what your thoughts were on. I thought maybe found a bit of better track that it was only just outside Imperatrice, but it looked like it was just doing it a little bit easier. Might have not have been digging the toe in quite as much. So
If you take a look back at the Foxbridge, Dark Destroyers sort of come from the same area as area in the track that Imperatrice has come in that race. That little bit wider out where it's less cut up. Rose and Powers got in the same exact spot, same position as it was in the Foxbridge. Dark Destroyer's got the kick on, less cut up track, easier for it to run in, kick through. I'd love to see this La Creek Imperatrice battle happen on a good dry track at, say, Ellerslie or something like that, where we can just get quality head-to-head battle that we don't really get to see that often with these level of horses in New Zealand. Because if you win a couple Group 1s, you head over to Aussie and try and crack a couple of those. The only real horse who has stayed, 2 in probably the last wee while who have stayed, they did go over for a couple of races, but they come back and sort of consistently were at that Group 1 level in New Zealand, have been Melody Bell and Avantage, because they've come back and known they could win them. And we obviously saw the great battles between them, and both sold off now, but I'd really like to see La Creek and Imperatrice and Dark Destroyer go head-to-head for a little bit longer in New Zealand before they go overseas. Yes, I want to see the Dark Destroyer in a 3-way, Harry.
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean. We seem to struggle to hold on to our horses, and I don't blame the owners and the trainers for sending them over there because the stakes are phenomenal. But you can, as you've seen with Melody Bell and stuff, you can still rack up a lot of bloody stakes earnings over here just targeting those races because you are a cut above them and they're pretty easy wins. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It's one you got to sway up, but definitely that would be lovely to see, and hopefully we do get that along in the spring, so or going into summer racing.
Bloody oath. What do you reckon, Harry, about these horses going forward? Any ones that you liked from that run in the Tarzino that you'd like to have a punt on in the future?
Well, I'm not going to bid on the monetization again, that's for sure. That one sold me a bit short. I thought the one that got second was pretty tidy. I think it was real rough, I think, and for it to get a place over La Creek and Imperatrice, it was obviously done something right. So yeah, maybe keep an eye on Spring Tide, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. From here, what's the next big race for them for this level?
I couldn't tell you what they're going into. No, I haven't looked that far ahead in the calendar. Actually, I sort of take it more day by day. So no, I haven't quite got that far ahead yet, Snup. But there'll be something coming up, a Group 2 or a Group 1 again. I'm not sure. There must be a Group 1 just around the corner. So I'm just all odds on Cup Week actually, because that's rolling around pretty quick.
Yeah, definitely coming around faster than I expected this year. hopefully we get just as good of a lead up this year as we did last year. Awesome racing throughout that week again. So hopefully we can bloody well get around the New Zealand racing, eh? Let's get around the New Zealand racing by talking about a bit of racing going on this weekend over in Aussie, eh?
Over in Aussie.
Two behemoths of the track in Zaki and crowd favourite around here, Animo, up the Mo. Movember.
Gaz, you got a head start on that or something, Gaz.
Yeah, I'm not going to show it off before then either. I'm just going to let it go, mate.
I thought
just
you
get
were
a head start on it.
I thought you were running Hovember, Harry.
Same thing, isn't it?
No Ho November.
Next thing, well, Zaki Animo. How good.
Keep the ball rolling.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting pricing here between Animo and Zaki. Zaki is at $3. Animo is at $2. We've followed Animo throughout its rise and dominance over the past year here at 3 the Pigs. Zaki obviously been ultra strong, but does Zaki have what it takes to beat Animo and vice versa?
Absolutely. Zaki's going to smoke him. He's paying more money, that's why he's going to win.
It's not how it works.
And he beat my best tip the other week, so I'm going Zaki this week.
I'm gonna go Animo. I've always been a fan of Animo. I like it. It's just one of those really progressive types. It just keeps on rolling. It just keeps getting better. So I'm pretty happy to go with Animo, but Zaki's a class horse as well. So it could go either way. To be fair, I'm only biased towards Animo because, as you said, it's a household favourite. So I'll go Animo, but I'll be just kicking back. I won't have too much on Animo, that's for sure. But I'll be just kicking back, watching and enjoying the racing.
So
currency
over the past couple of weeks, I'll tell you who I reckon is going to win in a minute. But over the last couple of weeks, I think we've brought in a scale of how many Lion Browns out of a box would you put on?
Animo.
Yeah, it's a measure of confidence.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're putting on a whole 18 of 440s, then yeah, you're pretty fucking confident. But if you put in maybe 330s and maybe I'll buy your Maccas, not too confident. So where do you sit on this, on the Lion Brown scale of punting?
You know what? I don't drink the shit, so I'll give them a whole pallet.
We won't take any disrespect to you to Lion Brown, mate. Come on now.
Where do you sit on the Villa Maria 2022 Riesling scale of punting? How many bottles?
I can't say I've drunk that either, but
Bullshit.
if I'm being honest, a man I wore nice Pinot Gris actually off Waiheke Island. If I'm going that far, I'll go 3 bottles. 3 bottles.
You're confident.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident, and I don't punt lightly. So yeah, there might go to the kitty for Saturday night. That's for sure.
Look, I'm honestly not too sure between these two. Zaki has been obviously super dominant over its time. Animo rising up, still fucking dominating as well. But I'm with the crowd favourite round here. I'm with the Mo, Animo, but I'm a $12 box of wine on it. I'm gonna go a medium. I'm gonna go the medium white. Cask wine on the Mo. I do think Zaki can win it, but my medium cask box wine is going on the Mo.
I'm putting 2 18 packs on Zaki. I'm going full kilter as well. If McCormick's going to go full kilter, I'm going to go full kilter.
440s?
440s, of course. Of course.
We'll
and
see
it's
how
paying more, so I'll get more Lion Browns in return.
Gaz, we'll jack that up into about a 7-leg multi into the league.
Try scorers only.
Yeah, try scorers. First try scorers only.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about this
Mitch
price.
Moses to score a hat trick.
Trail Mitt.
The trail.
Poor old Mitch, you won't know which way the line is after getting knocked out that hard last week.
Oh, fuck. We won't take any Trail Mitts land around here either. Fucking
No.
Right, let's talk a little bit about this pricing. Do we think it's the correct way around? Well, we've said who we want to win, so we know it's the correct way around for most of us, but do we think it should be closer to 230, 280 sort of thing? Well, I reckon that's probably what it's going to close at around that.
Yeah,
What do we reckon about it?
I was going to say it'll probably change before they actually race on Saturday, won't it? They'll probably. I reckon. Can they go on even? I reckon they'll go on even on the same price.
They can, but there's going to be more money that's going to come for one, so it pushes the other one out.
I think it'll be very close.
I think you're right, Gaz. I think Animo will come out and Zaki will go in a wee bit. I think you'll get Zaki around the 280. Animo about 230, 240.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bang on to what I'd say as well.
I don't think you'll get Animo under $2 anyway.
No, so if you're backing, what we're saying is if you're backing Animo, probably wait to the day. But if you're backing Zaki, have a go tonight.
I'm going to get box of Lion Browns.
two 440s.
I don't think they take that currency of TAB, but you might have to go to the pawn shop, Gaz.
You'll find Dark Destroyer.
And Snell will be in there. What's the Dark Destroyer?
All right, calm down.
We're going down the rabbit hole here, and I don't like the way it's going.
Look, there's more racing than just Animo and Zaki over the weekend. We'll bring it back over the side of the ditch and talk about New Zealand racing. We'll start off on Friday night with a horse that we've already touched on tonight at Annington in race 5. Do you want to talk a bit about that one, Liam?
A horse in race 5. What's going on in race 5?
He's got no idea,
mate. It's the one. It's your tip.
My tip. Oh yeah.
At Annington on Friday night.
Yeah. No, sorry. You could have gave me a heads up or we wink over the camera or something. But no.
Well, I did try and spell it out, but
no, majestic man. So I'm happy to go on home. I think he's been racing in good enough form for me in this field. Probably a slight drop in class of what he's been racing lately with the likes of Muscle Mountain and those sorts of horses. So I'm happy to go on him. I think he'll be good enough to win the race. But it will be interesting just to see how he's tracking along, heading towards Cup Week. So he ticks the boxes for me. But there is a few threats in the race. Midnight Dash or whatever, and then the Matuatana. If he steps, he's a pretty tidy horse, but. He's up in the air, and half the time he should be rolling around Riccarton Park. No, I'm happy to go with him. So it'll be best of the night.
On $2.10 favourites or what?
No, Gaz, I go anything that you're doubling your money. Really, I don't like anything under $2.
That's good.
Mate, you've come in pretty hot here. Majestic Man, you're getting a $2.10 and a $1.25 quote there. Again, really solid form around this horse. We watched it last start. Ran home better than Mataderos in that last race that we watched. Brad and Phil get this one tied it up really well. I don't think I've seen this horse run a bad race, but I think it's probably it's a done deal. I reckon wrap him up for your punt. Harry, do you have a tip for us this week?
I do. It's a little bit rough this week. It's probably quite rough, actually. It's paying about $8.50. It's Riccarton Park, race 5 on Saturday. And its name is Louis. I just quite like it. I think it's got a decent form at the track and I think it was on the heavy track, which it's supposed to be. And I know I'm about to get slandered here from Snut, but
I just reckon something else in this race, all right?
I'm waiting to hear it. So yeah, $8.50, $2.80. Probably go each way on it, to be fair.
Gaz, my cut-off sort of $2 mark. What's yours? What's the lowest you'll go?
Well, I won't bet on anything under 250, mate.
It's fucking the way you've been doing it's fucking $8.50.
Yeah.
I don't think you've tipped anything under $6.
No, but I don't like to have anything under.
Nah, he's in
$6.
this business to make the boys some money, so I
Yeah.
don't mind that.
Yeah,
Gaz.
fair bloody enough, actually.
You
In
can
different
stay
ways,
on.
you'll be singing my praises.
Yeah, fair. Good heavy track form. Likes the distance. 2 ticks beside it, but I just think there might be something special here with Burgundy Rose. Opie Boston on the back. Mark Walker. Opie will be down here to win. He won't have come down here to not win races. So, really good heavy form. Oh, good heavy form, good soft form, good distance form. One at the course. Both at second up runs have been wins. $2.80. I think Burgundy Rose will probably would be my tip in this race.
I'm probably going to bet on both.
Mate,
Smart punting, Harry.
you might as well bet on number 8 here, mate. Seriously?
I might bet on all of them. Depends how good I'm going by race 5 at Rickenham Park.
Okay. Well, back in scenario town here, Harry. This weekend.
Yeah.
So, you've got no work tomorrow.
No.
So, up to watch the rugby tonight.
Yeah.
You'll be off a high, off the podcast. Tomorrow, is it you playing it chill?
Yeah, of course. I've got to do some work, mate.
Got to do some work. So you'll be ready to rip into it on Saturday night.
Probably Friday and Saturday. Yeah, we'll go say Saturday, yeah, for the
So
scenario. Yeah.
So what time we started? What time are we kicking off?
What time's the first race starting? 12:20, probably 12:30.
Just after the results are in for the first race. If you have a winner in race number 1.
Was Hey Mickey that one's
So-
going to win? Yeah, Hey Mickey.
Hey Mickey. You've had a bet on Hey Mickey.
Yeah.
You've got the bonus back. I'm sorry,
Okay.
you've got the bonus back. But you thought, fuck, we'll do it again. You put your bonus back here.
What one did I like on this one? It was number 1, I think.
Deal's done. So you put your bonus back on deal's done, which is you thought you'd have a crack early. So you've gone a full 440.
Yeah.
On race number 1, so you got a full 440 coming forward as a bonus bet on deal's done. Deal's done wins.
Yeah.
You're overjoyed. Where does your Lion Brown prediction sit when we get to race 5?
How many I've drunk or how many I'm betting on the horses?
Well, these two go hand in hand, Harry, because if you've drunk half your box of Lion Browns, you only have half a box of confidence to put on the horse.
Oh, probably half is probably good. Probably about 9. Yeah.
I'm by 239. Jeez. So you're going 9 440s on Louis for Harry at race number 5 at Rickerton. Savior in that race from me would be my tip. Would be Burgundy Rose. I really like this one, so I'll be putting a full 440. I think on Burgundy Rose. But I did like another one over the weekend in New Zealand. I'm going to New Plymouth. Always performs well. Tavi Mac. Tavi Mac's just ultra consistent usually. Last start, I reckon we can probably throw that one out the window. It was the Foxroost plate, so he's dropped back in class a little bit. The favourite in this race, it's kind of on and off, fresh up. So if we can get a good run fresh up, Tavi Mac, second up forms 3 and 2. Heavy forms 7 and 5. Soft is 3 and 7. Loves a wet track. Down in grade. I think this one's set up for Tavi Mac to win. Again with the apprentice on the back.
Oh, Aimless. Aimless?
You have a go.
Aimless Baho Run.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
So carrying 59 instead of 62. I reckon you need a good quote at 350 there. I like Tavi Mac for my second slab of Lion Browns.
The whole one?
No. I've put the Lion Browns on Burgundy Rose. and Louis won. So I've gone to the fridge, and I pulled out my bottle of Man of War Huaheke Chardonnay, and I'll put that on Tabby Mac. So we've split it because I've also remember I've still got that cask of wine sitting on Animo's back for later on. So we could be up here, but I like Tabby Mac race number 5, New Plymouth.
You can't fold it. Good breeding. So yeah, no, I'm with you there, Snut. I'll have a wee play on that one. I'll have a wee dabble. There might go the rest of the casket. So that's a few plays for the weekend, and then probably save the kitty for a bit later on.
So this week we're going to start the punting comp. So the tips you've given out tonight, are they going to be the ones you're going to lock in for this week's? Each week we'll do a $10 unit on it. Whoever has the worst performance at their
End of spring, summer.
when do we reckon? When does it end?
It doesn't. It keeps going.
I don't know. You
Karaka.
have to go New Year. So yeah, go Karaka. That works. Yeah, perfect.
Ends at Karaka.
Okay.
Yeah. Your last tip's Karaka.
Yeah. Righto.
But are we going to put if you win money? Can you put?
Yeah, Zach, could be some issues for you because you might have to catch up $101 shot at Karaka.
Mate, it'll probably win too, mate.
Yeah, probably would. No, our luck.
Beat the $1.50 favourite. We'll be stoked.
Yeah.
If that happens, I'll fucking run to Karaka, mate. Nude.
We got to clip that.
Now, will there be a punishment at the end? We'll come up closer to the time, maybe.
Fuck.
Um,
I'm going to get punished. I'm going to get damn destroyed.
Right, just remind everybody of your tips.
Louis, race 5 at Rickenham Park.
Majestic Man, can't tell you what race it is, but Snut knows it, so he'll fill you
Race
in on
number
that.
5, Addington.
Oh, beautiful. That's it.
Tabby Mac, I don't know if I said the price, $3.50 and $1.45. Again, race number 5 at
Plymouth.
New Plymouth on Saturday. We've been through the pigs. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you all next time, eh?
Cheers.